everyone, I'm here to talk to you today about cognitive lessons in S2C, what they are, why we do them, and how. So, what is a cognitive lesson? It is a meaningful and intelligent content that provides motor practice, and it engages our speller in a meaningful conversation to discuss a concept or an idea. So why do we do it? No, let's back up a minute. As S2C practitioners, we always presume competence. So we know that our spellers can and want to learn. And we know from before the Wernicke's area is working, they're able to comprehend the question. We know the Broca's area is working, that they can begin to formulate the response. And we get the supplementary cortex working, motor cortex working, by getting the practice of moving the arm and spelling out the answers to the questions and the cognitive lessons. So what we're doing is getting that brain and body working together, and that is why we do it. We get the brain and body working together, and with lots of practice, with a variety of questions, we're getting that motor practice to get those movements automatic. So I just said the why, to get the brain and body moving together. And we also have cognitive lessons to provide structure and to assess for accuracy, because what we need to know with our clients is, when we start off with them, how accurate they are, to get them accurate before we move on to progress to the different type of questions. And in our cognitive lessons, we are always asking a variety of questions, and we cater to their current level of skill and their stamina and what kind of questions they can answer. So we always start out with the knowns, and then we move up to semis and opens and that sort of thing. So, so how do we do this? So with anything, to be successful, you need preparation. So how we do a cognitive lesson is that we have to know our learner first. So are they little? Are they highly anxious? Do they need to move around? And I like how Evie said, teaching is kind of like the scientific process. You try something, you see if it works, you're constantly reassessing and reevaluating and trying new things. And I like how also we ask ourselves as S2C practitioners, how am I best meeting my speller's needs? And I was thankful to see that slide on Maslow Before You Bloom. So we're working on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the hierarchy of physical and psychological needs, or physiological and psychological needs, and we're working that along with Bloom's learning hierarchy, and kind of bringing those together and working on progress with our students. So that's all about learning, getting to know our learner, and we get to know our learner by developing a genuine relationship with them. Also, I said before, we ask varied questions depending where they're at, and and we also vary our lessons depending on our learner and what skills we're trying to target. So are we doing an assessment lesson, are we doing a math lesson or a group lesson, that sort of thing. And one other thing that's very important in how we do our lessons is bringing the joy, keeping the joy in our lessons. I know with my own son, we've been on the boards for about 2 years now, and sometimes I forget to bring that enthusiasm into our lesson, and it really shows. And it's not his fault that he's bored, it's I'm being boring. And what we want is an engaging conversation type kind of lesson to keep them engaged and wanting to learn. And VAKTs are a great way of bringing that fun into the lesson, but they also help by delivering that concept in a different way and further the learning. So overall, cognitive lessons are a great way to introduce a concept, formulate an idea depending on where your learner is at, or discuss an idea, and at the same time we're always working on getting that brain and body to work together with our kids. Thank you.